All is divinely timed. February 25, 2014. Greetings, dear ones. Today we wish to speak to you of divine timing. There is a cycle and a pattern to all things in the universe. Just like a symphony, when each instrument has its moment of joining the chorus, so too are events and happenings orchestrated to create a perfectly timed, beautiful event. We understand that in your world you have become very accustomed to the construct of linear time. However, time and timing are two very different things. If you were to suddenly throw away all of your clocks and man-made devices that you use to measure the concept of time, how would you know what time it was? We want you to further ponder this question by asking that if the concept of time didn't exist, would it matter what time it was? Have you ever experienced a moment when you are sitting at your desk or driving in your car and you suddenly feel your body's need for food that manifests as hunger? Many of you would say, I feel hungry, my body needs food, so it must be time to eat. Then many of you would continue by looking at the clock and saying, how can I be hungry? It's only 10 a.m. Would you then deny yourself the food that your body is asking for based upon the man-made concept of time? Or would you trust your body's intelligence and feed it as it is asking to be fed? The same thing can occur when your body is asking to rest or to sleep. You may say, wow, I am so tired, but it is only 9 p.m. I can't go to bed now. We find it curious that you have been taught not to trust and honor the wisdom of your bodies. We wonder, who decides when it is time to eat and sleep? You or the clock? Consider for a moment that you have decided to plant a garden. You have a vision of the beauty of the plants and flowers and food that you are going to grow. You sow your seeds in late winter or early spring, and you know that it will be some time before the seeds start to sprout, and yet you understand that there is a natural cycle that must be honored. The flower cannot bloom before the seed has sprouted. You know this and you trust this. Would you then ever conceive of running out to your garden 3 weeks after the seeds have been planted and saying, these seeds don't know what they are doing, it's time for flowers and they have barely even sprouted? We know that you would not. Your eagerness to see the beauty of your garden manifest may cause you to feel impatient, but you would never curse the seeds for not showing you the flowers before they have had a chance to germinate. We ask you then, why do you not honor the wisdom of your hearts and of your bodies the same way that you honor the wisdom of the seeds? Your heart knows all. Your heart knows when it is time to take the leap to start a new venture, to end or begin a relationship. Your body knows when it is time to eat and when it is time to rest. It is only when the rational mind tries to take over and override the natural rhythms and cycles that things go a little haywire. As you begin to follow your hearts and let your hearts be your guide, we anticipate that you will begin to see the irrelevance of time. It is yet another concept of illusion that in many ways has been created to keep you feeling separate and to keep the illusion in place that another has control over your life and your choices. As you begin to become the masters of your lives via living through your hearts, you will see that the divine timing and intelligence that coordinates all things is always perfect in its planning and execution. A master painter never curses that her creation is taking too long to finish. She knows that when it is finished and ready to hang in the gallery, that she will just know. Just as a master chef doesn't necessarily need the clock to tell him what time his creation will be finished cooking. He trusts that by using his sense of sight and his sense of smell and taste that he will know when it is time to remove it from the oven. A master builder knows that the house cannot be built until the foundation is complete. The same is true for you, dear ones. You know when it is time to make your move because your heart tells you it is time. You know when it is time to eat a meal because your body tells you it is time. The concept of linear time is yet another way for you to rely on something outside of your own inherent wisdom to tell you when to go and when to stay. As action is taken according to divine timing, you will eventually see the next step unfold. We wish to remind you that all is connected and there is no separation. For since all came from Source, all is divinely orchestrated by Source. When you have begun to manifest something from your desire, the wheels are immediately put into motion to bring it to you. The timing is always perfect. It is only your insistence on not trusting the knowing of your hearts that prevents it from arriving. Like the master gardener knows, the flowers and the crops are going to come to fruition when they are ready. It is only the gardener's resistance to divine timing that ensures that they will be harvested too early or too late. From our perspective, a clock is useless when one listens to the rhythm of their heart and their body. To begin to trust that you are divinely guided and to trust that your desires will arrive when the time is right ensures that they will. So, dear ones, we ask you to go within and trust the intelligence of all that you are connected to. Trust that when it is time to act, your heart will tell you to act, and when it is time to rest, your body will tell you to rest. As you allow things to unfold according to divine timing, you will see the perfection in the unfolding. In love and light we leave you. Rejoice. The Lighted Ones. Channeled by Andrew Martin. www.andrewmartinartist.com